We are urging the Mubarak government, which is still in power. We are urging the military, which is a very respected institution in Egypt, to do what is necessary to facilitate that kind of orderly transition.
Well, I think the administration has handled this tense situation pretty well. I think listening to the Egyptian people, working with the government to bring more democratic reforms is all in the right direction.
You know, maybe it's time for them to be part of the government. I mean, I don't know. If they have popular support and they agree to play by the rules, should the West encourage the inclusion of even people like the Muslim Brotherhood in some kind of popular democracy going forward?
Well, there you have it, the government media complex in action. I mean, we'd expect this from the shill, Jerry Rivers, with the mustachioed appearance that's a little old and long in tooth. We expect it from him. John Boehner, the pink shirt, has proven himself to have no leadership nor any vision whatsoever. We've known this a long while. Hillary Clinton has emerged as a person of no means whatsoever. She has no chances of any national leadership because she will be part and parcel of the Obama regime who lost Egypt. And there's no question that all of it goes to Obama himself, the weak leftist president, whose vacuum, the vacuum of the leadership that should be here from America, is encouraging none other than Iran and the Muslim Brotherhood. Make no mistake that the Iranian government is waiting for Egypt to fall into its hands. The Muslim Brotherhood happens to be dominated by Iranian Islamic fundamentalists. They will emerge as the winner. And if you listen to the fools in the media, they say, first it was protesters. No, first it was students. Twitterers with dungarees, simply wanting a better life. They wanted the right to Twitter each other. And then it became protesters. Then when they saw Egypt burning and the museums being sacked, they saw citizens having to protect themselves. Suddenly, even the vermin in the media said, well, we better change our language a little bit. They're not students, or what can we call them now? Well, they have legitimate grievances, I guess. This is very serious business. The Obama administration is clearly not doing what it needs to do to prevent an Islamic takeover. They're guilty of the same mistake that led Carter to fail to support the Shah. They're opening the door to the takeover of Egypt the way Carter did to the takeover of Iran. And so you say, well, but the Nobel laureate Dr. Mohammed El-Baradi has great popular support there. Who is he? In plain English, he's a front man for the Islamic regime in Iran, to make it simple. Say, well, no, that's not true, Savage. He's a Nobel laureate. You're not. Well, Al Gore's a Nobel laureate also. Arafat was a Nobel laureate. Yeah, Yasser Arafat was a Nobel laureate. What'd that make him? What'd that make him, less of a murderer? He shielded Iran's nuclear weapons program from the Security Council for years, al-Baradi. He lobbied against UN Security Council sanctions against Iran. So al-Baradi is a front man for Iran. That's what's going on here. If we let the two most populous nations in the region fall to the Muslim extremists, one because of Jimmy Carter and the other through Carter Jr., Barack Obama, who are you going to blame? Who are you going to blame for this? Who will you blame for this? The fact of the matter is, throughout the world, leaders in Asia, Africa, and South America are looking at what's going on between Washington and Egypt, and they are getting the message. Obama's word is meaningless and worthless. America will not back its allies. America will shoot you in the back at the first sign of trouble. Who is fueling the mob raging in the streets of Egypt? How is this possible that the U.S. goes on the side of the rioters? Obama will go down in history as the president who lost Egypt, says Aluf Ben in Haaretz. The street revolts in Tunisia and Egypt show that the United States can do very little to save its friends from the wrath of their citizens. Well, that's one way to look at it. I almost had the feeling that our weak leftist president was almost behind the rioters. It seemed for a while as though he was pleased with what was going on. As Egypt burns, Obama partied. Did you read that story in your local paper? I don't think so. As Egypt burned, Nero fiddled, and Obama partied. Islamic radicals, they escaped from prison. The Muslim Brotherhood joined al-Baradi on the street. Socialists continued to mobilize protests in Cairo. And where was Barack Obama, the leader of the free world? Watching basketball and partying on Saturday. On Saturday, Barack Hussein Obama spent the morning watching his daughter play basketball while Egypt burned. Then on Saturday night, while the museums were being broken into, Obama went out and partied with David Axelrod. As 30 years of United States Middle East strategy teeters on collapse, Obama spent Saturday night at a going-away party for David Axelrod, who is leaving the administration to set up Obama's re-election campaign in Chicago. The party was held at the DuPont Circle condo of former Obama aide Linda Douglas. I have nothing to add to any of this. Obama will go down in history as the president who lost Egypt. Unto itself, you say that's not so worrisome. Well, unto itself, it is very worrisome because this will spread. As I said to you on Friday here on the Savage Nation radio program, if the radicals take over Egypt with a little help from Hillary Clinton, the American media, and Obama, and then they topple the governments of Yemen, let's just say Yemen, they will control both ends of the Suez Canal. Has anyone put that together yet? Price of oil, anyone? If they should topple our friend King Hussein of Jordan, what do you think is going to happen then? Do you want another Middle East war? All you Twitterers, do you have any idea what's going on? And what's most disturbing to me is when the pro-democracy movement tried to rise up in Iran about 2 years ago. It tried. There were protests in the streets of Iran. Where was Jerry Rivers then? Old mustache wax Rivers was nowhere to be seen, cheering them on, calling them people with legitimate grievances. Where was Hillary Clinton then? Why did she have nothing good to say about the protesters in Iran 2 years ago, the pro-democracy protesters? Why is the damn left-wing media in America so excited about the radical protests going on in Egypt, which we know will usher in a new dark age in Egypt, when they had nothing to say when the people were trying to throw off the shackle of the mullahs and of the Hitler of our time, Ahmadinejad? It leads you to believe that my song that I'm playing, the great Rolling Stones song, Sympathy for the Devil, has a deeper meaning, doesn't it? Yeah, well, all these stories and more when I continue right here on the Savage Nation.
Savage.